against our president and government of the Republic of the Gambia.
It is a 17-condition instituted document purportedly imposed on the Gambian people, disregarding our sovereignty, which angered the country's leadership under President Jammeh. He has earlier called for an emergency cabinet meeting, expressing his zero tolerance of Western powers in our internal state affairs, which is currently exhibited by true citizens, vowing not only to show their solidarity, but demand an apology from the EU for incriminating our virtues as vices.
It was the Greek philosopher and political thinker, Aristotle, who said that man is a political being. When he is perfect, he is the best of animals. But when he is separated from law and justice, he is the worst of animals. And in order to be perfect, we have to realize our potentials in a state. And that is why the people of this region undoubtedly have come out in their numbers today to show their reaction to the whole world against the conditions of the EU on Gambia government.
These unwarranted unconditionalities are a total disregard of the sovereignty and independence of the sovereign Republic of the Gambia. And we together with our president shall forever be the authors of our own destiny.
Their solidarity march started at the entrance of Farafenye to the residence of their MP, with their thousand numbers rapidly increasing by equally concerned citizens who joined the peaceful demonstration without any hesitation. According to protesters, the so-called EU Article 8 political dialogue in a wide extent has been abused, as they impose their conditions without regard for constitutional order and smooth transition to dialogue process. This, according to them, is an unacceptable practice by any foreign power that fails to hear their opinion. Grts.
Well, elsewhere in the Carnifing municipality, APRC youths and ruling party officials converged on the busy Westfield roundabout for a similar rally. Samuel Barr reports.
Following the recent condemnation by the Office of the President towards the 17 points highlighted on the basis of Article 8 of the EU's political dialogue, stating that it will not implement any of the tinted points believed to undermine the country's integrity, its peace and stability as a sovereign state, the Carnifing municipality APRC youth recently organized a rally to condemn the EU's demands and reaffirm their loyalty to the President. The recent dossier, which sparked a countrywide demonstration to show their defiance to the EU demands, and in the same vein to show their support to the President and his government, according to the acting mayor of the KMC, Yankuba Koli, was orchestrated by the opposition. The role of the youth in the development process of the country has been hailed by officials, whilst reaffirming their loyalty to the government of the Gambia. With local government elections drawing nearer, the youth of the municipality, who earlier formed a 16-member committee to present their candidate of choice in consultation with the National Assembly members, a draft resolution was presented appealing to the President to endorse the candidature of acting mayor of KMC, who also doubles as the APRC national mobilizer, Yankuba Koli, a man they say continues to play an important role in the APRC party. As a result, these youths use the opportunity to present the man they say will be a viable option to represent them for another mayoral term.
The undersigned, all being political stakeholders of the Carnifing municipality, hereby consent to and adopt in writing the following resolution as of the 17th day of January 2013. Whereas Alhaji Yankuba Koli is the incumbent mayor of the Carnifing municipality and national mobilizer of the APRC, whereas Alhaji Yankuba Koli has served as a true representative of the municipal electorate and a staunch defender and advocate of the spirit of the July 22nd revolution and the APRC manifesto. Whereas Alhaji Yankuba Koli's daily preoccupation has been the quest to promote unity and political inclusion within the rank and file of the party. Whereas Alhaji Yankuba Koli, in his capacity as national mobilizer of the APRC, contributed selflessly to ensure the re-election of His Excellency, the President, Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh. Be it resolved, therefore, that the Divisional Committee take cognizance of this resolution as our collective proposition of Yankuba Koli as our candidate for the position of Mayor of Kanifing Municipality in the local government election scheduled for 4th April 2013.
The event, which brought together APRC functionaries and party militants, provided the gathering the platform to make their voices heard and their stance clear about the state of affairs in the country. Samuel Ba, GRTS.
The Central Bank of the Gambia issued a directive in 2008 increasing the minimum capital of banks in 2 stages from $60 million to $150 million and $200 million to be observed by end of December 2010 and 2012 respectively. A news release from the Central Bank of the Gambia states that a higher minimum capital requirement serves several purposes and would ensure that banks are better able to withstand periods of economic and financial stress, maintain market confidence in the solvency of the banking system, impose market discipline, provide a large cushion to observe losses, as well as protect taxpayers from the risk of being called upon to bail out failing banks, and ultimately enhance the safety and soundness of the Gambian banking system, in which it turn promotes economic growth. The Central Bank of the Gambia, the Dispatch Arts, is pleased to inform the general public that 12 out of 13 commercial banks operating in the Gambia have met the minimum capital requirement of $200 million. Société Générale des Banques Liban, SGBL, the parent company of Prime Bank Gambia Limited, it reveals has opted to divest its subsidiary in the Gambia, hence the decision not to augment the capital of Prime Bank Gambia Limited to the required capital of $200 million. Consequently, the release adds Prime Bank Gambia Limited sought and obtained approval of the Central Bank of the Gambia to go into voluntary liquidation. Prime Bank Gambia Limited, the release stresses, is sufficiently liquid to meet its obligations to depositors, other creditors, and any other person entitled to funds or property thereof. Customers wishing to collect their deposits should contact the liquidator Panel Foster, KPF, at the bank's head office at 42 Caraba Avenue. It concludes. The president of the Rotary Club of Fajara on Saturday, the 12th of January 2013, presided over the commissioning of a project jointly sponsored by the Rotary Club of Fajara in partnership with Rotary International District 9100, amongst others. The standard kitchen will enable 2,500 students access the school feeding program. Mamadou Jallo has the details.
Rotary's intervention came after many years of efforts to build a kitchen to enable students benefit from the school feeding program. The ceremony was graced by various dignitaries, including the regional education officers, the chief of Combo Central, the National Assembly member for the area, Parent-Teacher Association, and a cross-section of the community. Fode Sila, the president of Rotary Club of Fajara, said Rotary is an organization of business and professional leaders united worldwide who provide humanitarian service, encourage high ethical standards in all vocations, and help build goodwill in the world. It is the largest humanitarian service organization for professional men and women who want to make a better world and who are dedicated to providing friendly help to local and international communities. Rotary International have over 1.2 million members with over 34,000 clubs in over 200 countries worldwide. He said the school feeding program is a motivation for many and therefore hoped that the project will help to improve the quality of education in the country. He took the opportunity to call on all hands to be on deck to contribute to national development, since central government alone cannot do it. He thanked all partners who contributed towards the success of the project and assured them that their monies will be put to good use and that their names are already written in the history books of the school. He also thanked the Parent-Teacher Association and the school administration for their cooperation and support during the implementation of the project. Other speakers were the chief of Combo Central, the National Assembly member for the area, the education officers from Region 2 and the Gambia College. The headmaster of the school, on behalf of the school and the community of Brikama, thanked the sponsors for such a help to the school. Immediate past President Benjamin A. Roberts, who chaired the program, urged students to take care of the project since it belongs to